This is video number 2 in Lecciones Preliminares, the Spanish alphabet. We're going to begin by reminding ourselves where this language originated in the first place. From your history lessons, you must remember that Spain did an awful lot of exploring hundreds of years ago in the New World. So what you see on this map is the originating country, Spain, where El Español came from, and then all of the countries in the New World where Spanish is spoken today, including the United States. You see how it's almost completely shaded in with green. The fun facts are that the language you're starting to learn now is the number 3 language spoken in the world today, second only to English and Chinese. It is a Romance language. Now, that doesn't mean that the speakers of the Spanish language are romantic. What it means is the language originated from an influence of Latin, which spread around Europe hundreds of years ago. Other Romance languages are French, Portuguese, Italian, Catalan, and Romanian. There was another language that had a huge influence on Spanish, and that's Arabic, because North African Arabs inhabited Spain for close to 800 years. Are you ready to begin? As I go through these, I'm going to pronounce each one, and I want you to take your time and try to pronounce them exactly the same way. A. B. Now, later on, you'll understand that this letter can also be called B grande because it's tall, which is what grande means. It's the big B. C. Che. We've included this one even though it no longer exists as a specific letter in the Spanish alphabet, although about 20 years ago it did. Che. De. Notice I don't go day, but de. Real fast. E. Nice and short. F. G. H. This happens to be a silent letter, by the way. But when you're spelling words and there's an H in the word, you would spell it saying the name of the letter, H. You did know that every letter in the alphabet has a name, right? It's not how it sounds, it's the name of it. H is the name of this letter. E. Jota. Jota. K. Very few words in the Spanish language use the letter K. But over time, words like kilogram and kilometer have come along and influenced science, and therefore they had to include it years later in the Spanish language. K. L. This is the regular letter L. Eye. This one has a Y sound whenever you see it. Double L written together. Y. Eye. M. Inne. Inye. Now there's a slight difference. There's 2 different sounds. Inne, the previous letter, doesn't have this special tilde written across it. This symbol changes the pronunciation to a ny sound, kind of like we say canyon in Spanish. O, nice and round. O. Pe. Try not to let any puff of air come across your lips as you say this one. Pe. Ku. Kind of like the sound a bird makes. Ku. Ire. When you pronounce this one, try to make it sound like the word Betty or the word Teddy, like a double D or a double T. Ire. Try it again. Ire. Now we have 2 R's together. This one creates a trill. R. So this letter is R. Don't be too worried about learning this one right away. It will come in time. S, T, U, not oo, U, V. This one can also be called B chica because it's shorter than the letter B. V, B chica. W, because when you look at it, doesn't it look like really two V's next to each other? So it's a double, doble, V, W. It can be called W, a double U as well, like in English. X. X marks the spot. Y. This letter has been borrowed from the Greek language, where it is actually the letter I. That's why in Spanish it means the Greek I. Y. And finally, zeta. There's no such sound in Spanish as z. It's zeta. That's the alphabet. Now let's look at the vowels themselves. Because every time you see these vowels, they will always have the precise pronunciation that they had in the alphabet. A, E, O, and U. If you put it together with the next little sentence, you end up with a kind of a rhyme or a limerick. It goes like this. A, O, U, el burro sabe más que tú. Which is a fun one to share with your friends because when you say it, you're telling your partners, your friends, your family members, A-E-I-O-U, a donkey knows more than you. A-E-I-O-U, el burro sabe más que tú. And then the last little comment we make is that the consonants, no matter where they're written in a sentence, don't change their pronunciations. Well, go back through, repeat after me, and good luck tomorrow in class.